Now, you sure you'll be all right?
Don't make such a fuss. Of course I'll be all right.
And remember to cook yourself a proper meal. I know you. Left to your own devices, you'll end up making sandwiches.
I promise I'll have a proper meal.
There's some chilli in the freezer, so there's no excuse.
Neil, take her away, will you, please?
With pleasure. How's the battle with bureaucracy going?
Oh, marginally more rewarding than banging my head against the brick wall.
As bad as that?
Well, progress is painfully slow. But we'll get there eventually. I'll take that in the sitting room. Bye, darling. Have a nice trip. Take care.
Bye.
I love you. See you.
Bye, Frank. Shall we go?
Yes, please.
Thanks, Luke.
You two don't waste much time, do you? A cottage to let. Quiet location, ideal for families. I love the ideal for families bit.
Now, just simmer down, Mark. You knew this was going to happen and you know why.
We understood you and Joe discussed it.
Discussed it? That's a laugh. All I did was tell me what you two were planning. No one discusses anything with me.
We really are sorry.
Well, that makes me feel a whole lot better.
Oh, that's enough, Mark.
You know what the situation is with the farm at the moment. We desperately need to look at new ways of making money.
What do you mean, why don't you look on the bright side? At least you won't have to do your own cooking over the holidays.
It's only an experiment, Mark. But we must find out if it's a viable proposition.
And meanwhile, I'm the one who's homeless.
I wouldn't exactly call moving into the farmhouse homeless.
You just don't get it, do you?
Where are you off to?
I'm off to a quiet location, ideal for families, to finish my breakfast.
Elizabeth, are you here this afternoon?
Yes, I expect so. Why do you ask?
For no reason. I just thought I might take the afternoon off.
All right, that would be nice. I'll tell you what, why don't we go for a drive? I could take a few hours off. We could have a pub lunch somewhere. Oh, it'd be lovely to get out of the house.
Actually, I thought of just putting my feet up, you know, relaxing.
Oh.
Well, we don't have to go out to enjoy ourselves, do we?
Well, no.
You don't mind, do you?
No, of course not.
Good.
I just...
I'll see you later then. Bye.
Oh, Mr. Turner.
Good morning, Carol.
Oh, you better come in.
I do hope I'm not disturbing you.
No, not at all. Can I get you a cup of tea?
No, thank you.
Would
Will
you
you
sit
settle in?
down?
Yes, of course. Carol, I'll come right to the point. I am getting rather concerned.
No.
Well, I know you've had a few problems lately.
Have you been talking to Lynn?
Well, yes.
What's she said? What's she been telling you?
Well, nothing really, just that you're going through a bad patch. She hasn't given me any details.
Why can't people just mind their own business? No, that must sound rich coming from me.
I haven't come here to pry, Carol.
Why have you come, Mr. Turner?
To offer you your old job back.
Well, come on, lads. You can't stay in this position forever.
I hate this job.
Yeah, well, it's still got to be done anyway.
Do this, Mark, do that. Ow, my arm!
You must think I'm the most terrible crybaby.
Not at all.
It's just that, well, my life has been such a mess lately. You telling me I've got my old job back, well, it's the best news I've had in weeks.
Would you like to talk about it?
Oh, yes. I don't think I can. Not yet.
All right, my dear. All in good time. Now, when would you like to start again?
Well, as soon as possible, if that's all right with you.
Well, how would tomorrow suit?
Well, that'd be marvellous.
How is he?
Nothing's broken. It's just badly bruised. This will reduce the swelling.
That hurts.
Don't be such a wimp, Mark. It's only a bruise.
The way he was carrying on, I thought we'd have to amputate.
It isn't funny.
Well, you brought it on yourself, Mark. If you'd been concentrating on the job instead of daydreaming, it never would have happened.
I might have known it'd be my fault. I suppose I crushed my arm on purpose, did I?
Oh, of course not. Don't be stupid.
Well, that's me out of work for a couple of days.
Oh, I don't know. Plenty of jobs you can do one-handed.
Such as?
Painting, creosoting.
He's having you on. Don't take it so seriously. Now, you must rest the arm and reapply the cold compress every 30 minutes, OK?
Yeah, OK.
Anything we can get you before we get off?
Suppose a bit of sympathy's out of the question.
Everything all right? Kim,
Sorry.
I asked if you were feeling okay.
No, I'm fine, really.
Good.
I was just thinking about Frank.
Ah,
Well, you did ask. He's just so trusting. Did you see his face this morning? Doesn't make things any easier, does it?
I can always turn the car around. That's what you want me to do.
No, sorry. I really do want to be with you.
You won't regret it. No U-turns, then?
Definitely not.
Come on, one drink won't hurt you.
I can't. I don't even have time for a sandwich, let alone a drink, Chris.
Dad, fancy a lunch at the wall pack?
Don't have the time, son.
Is it my deodorant?
You said it. Oh, Frank, we're having a bonfire supper at the mill tonight. What do you say?
Can you spare the time?
Sounds good to me. Hang on a minute. Bonfire night, November the 5th. That's your wedding anniversary, isn't it?
Fancy you remembering that.
First anniversary dinner should be romantic. Candlelit, only for two. Not some old fogey sitting around the place playing gooseberry.
Don't be silly. We'd love to have you, wouldn't we, Chris?
Well, somebody's got to look after him while Kim's away, I suppose. It's obvious the old boy can't fend for himself.
How can I refuse such a charming invitation?
Oh, that's great. We expect you about 7 then.
Right, I see. It's a pity you didn't give me a bit more warning.
Huh?
Well, I could arrange another fireworks display like last year. I'll never forget the look on your faces.
Well, this time just bring a couple of sparklers with you, eh? That'll be surprise enough for me.
Right.
Buys an orange juice, please.
You'll not be saying that when you're looking after hundreds of bairns.
It's not hundreds, it's a few kids.
What are you planning now?
Child-minding business.
Oh, that sounds infinitely more sensible than truffle hunting pigs.
Don't knock through Nella.
No, we're on the brink of success.
Yeah, and in not too distant future, I'm going to have 2 successful businesses under my belt.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've talked to Social Services, National Childminding Association, and the inspectors have passed the house. Said it's a really safe environment.
I don't like the idea on an army of screaming bairns on my doorstep.
They won't let me have an army of screaming bairns. I'm really good at this work, Ellen. I think I can make a proper go of it.
Well, if you look after the other children as well as you look after Alice, you're bound to be a success. I can't see it going hand in hand with the pig business.
Yeah, I'll just have to wait and see. Just a pity that Carol isn't here to see it.
Huh?
Well, now things are going well for me, despite everything she tried to do. I'd love to rub her nose in it.
Elizabeth, I have a little confession to make. Haven't been entirely honest with you.
Oh?
Well, I didn't just take the afternoon off. I wanted to be here for a specific reason.
What's going on, Eric?
I've arranged for Michael to come to the house this afternoon. Wait, where are you going?
You may have arranged for Michael to come here. That doesn't mean I have to be here when he arrives.
Oh, just listen to me for a minute, please.
Oh, you've got a nerve. You know I never want to see or speak to Michael again. Why are you doing this to me?
If you don't let him explain, you'll never forgive yourself. He may be going to prison for a long time.
Oh, yes, and he'll deserve every minute of his sentence.
But at least let Michael have a say. If not for his sake, then for mine.
Yours?
Yes. If it hadn't been for me informing the police, he might not be in this position now. I can't help feeling guilty.
You've no need to feel guilty. Michael's the guilty one. You were only doing what any honest citizen would.
Well, I can't help feeling the way I do. Stay and talk to him. Please.
Hello, Mum.
I'll make a cup of tea, shall I?
How are you? You looking well?
Is that all you've got to say? I'm listening, Michael. Just get on with it.
I want you to know, the most important thing is it wasn't me that hit Joe. You've got to believe that, Mum. I'd never do anything to hurt Joe. I'd never hurt anybody.
You've punched Eric before. Or had you conveniently forgotten that?
Well, I lost my temper. That was once.
Yes. And you could have lost your temper again that night at Home Farm.
It wasn't me that hit Joe, Mum. Honestly.
Honestly? You don't even know the meaning of the word. Look at the way you acted after the robbery. Oh, so innocent. So nice. But it was all lies, wasn't it? Lies.
I didn't know what I was doing.
You knew how I felt after the burglary here. You saw what it did to me. How could you go and do the same thing to someone else?
I really didn't know what I was doing.
I even cleared up the mess you made. At Home Farm, I helped Kim and Frank clear up after the burglary.
Oh. Sorry.
You're only sorry because you got caught.
I tried to tell you.
But you didn't, because you thought you'd got away with it. And that was all that mattered to you. You can't even tell me the truth now.
Mark!
Must have gone to bed.
Mark!
What?
We're making a cup of tea. Do you want one?
All right. Where are you going?
You should be resting that arm.
If I've got to lie on that sofa a minute longer, I'm going to go mad.
Well, it's never bothered you before.
Jack, you should be resting, Mark.
I've got to go to the shops. I've got no food in.
Well, you can eat with us. We'd like you to.
No, it's okay. I've got to make the most of my independence, now that I'm about to lose it.
Let me give you a lift into the village, then.
My legs are fine. I can walk.
Don't waste your sympathy, Sarah. Doesn't want to listen to sense.
Oh, and Sarah?
Yeah?
Make sure that it doesn't let anyone move into my room while I'm out. Okay? Bye.
What did you think you'd achieve by coming here today?
Oh, I just wanted you to try and understand.
How can I be expected to understand how a warm, loving son suddenly turns into a violent thug? How could any mother understand that?
Everything just got out of hand, Mum. I couldn't think straight. It was just like a nightmare.
Well, then you'll know exactly how I felt on my wedding day.
I never really wanted to ruin your wedding day, Mum.
Don't make me laugh. You were always dead set against me marrying Eric.
Oh, well, it doesn't really matter what I said, does it? Because you're not going to believe me.
You brought all this on yourself, Michael. And now you've got to take your punishment.
Oh, and you're entirely blameless, I suppose, are you?
And what do you mean by that?
Well, I'm your son. You brought me up. You've got to take some of the responsibility.
That's a dreadful thing to say.
You can't just go and turn your back on me.
I'm going out now, and when I return, I expect to find you gone.
Mum, I'm sorry, Elizabeth, Mum.
Wonder it's she all right?
Yes, of course she is.
Oh, well, I found Cat wandering around and, well, he shouldn't be out on bonfire night.
No. Sorry?
I think he should be indoors, shouldn't he?
Oh, right. I'll just, all right.
How are things?
Been better.
Yeah. Look, we're going over to Robertsfield to have a look at fireworks. Do you want to come? It'll cheer you up a bit.
Took more than fireworks to cheer me up. Besides, I can't.
Well, why not?
Because I'm a dangerous criminal, remember? I'm under a curfew. I've got to be indoors by nightfall in case I run amok.
What's all this I hear about you being in the wars, then? I fell in the cattle crush. Yeah, Jack told me. Weren't concentrating on the job. You can't let your mind wander when you're clipping hooves, Mark.
Well,
you know that.
Don't you start giving me a hard time. If that's all you've got to say, you'd better go home.
Come on, hop in.
I'm all right.
Hey, don't be such a martyr. Come on, I'll give you a lift. Here. Not like you to be down.
Fed up.
Ah, it's only bruising. Sarah says you'll be right as rain in a day or two.
I'm not talking about my arms. I'm talking about my life.
Oh, bad as that, is it?
Well, look at me. I've been kicked out of my home. All my friends are at university. I haven't even got anyone to go out for a drink with.
Well, I'll take you down to the Woolpack for a pint, if you like.
No offence, but I meant someone nearer my own age.
Oh, thanks very much. You are feeling sorry for yourself, aren't you?
I might go and see Rachel at the weekend. Cheer myself up a bit. She and her mates always seem to be having a good time.
Yeah, well, they're at university, aren't they?
I suppose they asked for that one.
Oh, that smells delicious, Kathy.
Ah, this is my speciality, coco vache mou.
Oh, it looks great.
This is nothing. You wait till I get my new kitchen. And I'll really go to town.
A new kitchen, eh? Things must be looking up in the haulage business.
Well, not exactly a new kitchen, just some redecorating.
Well, no, not another bout of do-it-yourself.
Don't worry, Dad. We learnt our lesson last time.
Yeah, we certainly did.
Kathy still cringes if I so much as lift a screwdriver. No, this time we're getting professionals in.
And the sooner they come, the better. We've been meaning to get the kitchen done for ages.
Yeah, time certainly flies by. A year ago today you were married. Seems like yesterday. I'll tell you what, when we finish dinner, why don't we watch the wedding video?
Glutton for punishment. You don't really want to sit through that, do you?
You've been polite, Frank.
No, I'm serious. I really love to watch it again.
Well, if you can stand it, so can we.
Don't forget, I've only seen it once. I mean, I might have missed a few bits. This is really delicious, Kathy.
Well,
Exquisite.
how's yours?
Very nice.
Oh. So you're not going to offer me any, then?
Much too delicious to share.
That's one black mark against you already. Can be selfish at times.
When it comes to getting my own way and enjoying the things I like, yes, I'm very selfish. You'll just have to learn to live with that, I'm afraid.
Oh, I think I'll be able to cope. There's still so much I don't know about you.
Oh, I'm pretty straightforward. What you see is what you get.
There you go. Yeah. Should have come to a bonfire. Brilliant fireworks.
Will you get those things out of here? They're a fire hazard.
You're talking about they're not even lit.
No, you never know. I mean, it just takes one convenient firework and a careless cigarette end, and whoosh, up goes my business.
What are you on about? These are sparklers, not TNT barrels.
I don't care. I don't... Just get them out of here.
I don't know why I bother sometimes. Here's an orange juice, will you? You better have a pint and all.
You want to start getting your son a few pints in? Build your stamina up for our joint birthday celebrations.
Yeah. You have any idea what we should do yet?
Whatever it is, it's got to be cheap. I'm skint.
Where have you been? I've been worried sick.
Just walking.
You all right?
What do you think, Eric?
If I'd known how meeting Michael was going to upset you so much. I'm sorry.
Please. I've had enough apologies for one day.
I did what I thought was right.
Yeah. I know you did, love. I'm sorry. See? You've got me saying it now.
Well, in certain situations, that's all one can say.
I did a lot of thinking, you know, about the past, when we still had the farm.
Happy days, were they?
I suppose so. To be honest, we were too busy to notice. None more so than Michael. I was so proud of him then.
Bit of a hard slog, eh?
Oh, yes. But Michael was so keen to learn everything about farming. There wasn't any job he wouldn't tackle. Poor lad used to sometimes fall asleep at the supper table. He was so worn out. Oh, God forgive me.
To witness that I, Catherine Elizabeth Merrick, do take the Christopher Francis Knight.
You look absolutely gorgeous that day, Kathy.
Yeah, let herself go a bit since then, though.
Oh, yes, it's the classic sad story of the husband dragging the wife down.
Tragic, isn't it?
It's true, I've become a drudge.
Hardly.
You know, you refused to buy me a dishwasher. Just look at my hands.
Where are we supposed to put it, in here?
Excuse me, can I watch this, please?
Sorry, Dad. He does look terribly old there, doesn't he?
Nonsense.
If I remember correctly, as soon as you caught a glimpse of yourself on screen, you went on some mad fitness campaign.
Rubbish.
need to make some money, Seth. We need to make it quickly.
We could always write a few more begging letters. It was only a thought.
I know. What about washing car windscreens? You wait till the car stops, you run out with chamois and a bucket of water, we could charge 50p a car.
Trouble with that, Archie, is there's only about 4 cars a day comes through Beckingdale.
Yeah.
And half of them don't even stop.
Yeah, all right.
So we'd only make about £1 at most.
Yes, all right. It was a bad idea. Let's see if we can come up with something else.
Do you mind if I make a suggestion?
All suggestions gratefully received, as long as it's constructive.
Now, you want to have a good evening out and pay as little as possible, is that correct?
Well, it's a general idea, yeah?
Well, I know a place where for under £2 you can drink as much as you like and enjoy the company of scantily clad women.
Where's this, Mr. Turner?
Hot and swimming baths.
Right, that settles it. Come on. We're off to Malt Shovel.
I wish you'd stay, Frank.
Ah, you don't want me around on your wedding anniversary?
Yeah, go home, Dad.
Chris.
No, only joking. You should come over more often. As soon as Kim gets back, come and have a meal.
Yeah, sounds great.
I wonder if she's bought any stock.
Well, if she has, it'll be at a bargain price, you know, Kim. Mind you, it's a pity she had to go away on your wedding anniversary. She would have enjoyed all this.
What a softie.
Oh, I think it's sweet.
You know, seeing you two so happy, well, it means a great deal to me. I'm very proud having you as my daughter-in-law, Kathy. Have I ever told you that?
Hey, you'll have me blushing in a minute, Frank.
And I hope you appreciate her. She's 1 in a million, this girl.
Oh, you don't have to tell me that, Dad.
Yeah, well, you just remember and look after her. Otherwise, you'll have me to answer to.
Well, they always say the first year's the hardest. Should be plain sailing from now on.
Ah, but don't forget the dreaded 7-year itch.
Ah, there's no such thing. It'll be Kim and my 7-year anniversary next year, and we've never been closer. You two will be doing very well if you manage to be as happy as Kim and I.
This feels odd.
What does?
Not having to rush back home. Back to Frank.
Ah, well. Beckingdale is far away, Kim.
I know.
You're right. It does feel odd. Not having to look over our shoulders all the time. I love you.
I love you too.
Can I, get you anything else?
I wouldn't mind another coffee. Perhaps they could bring it to our room.